Hi, and welcome back to Craft Along with Jay. And if you're new, welcome. My name is Yetta, and I am so happy you could join me this evening. Today, I got four just everyday decor crafts for you. For project number one, I got this little trinket box, a little wooden box from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to go ahead and paint that with Waverly's chalk paint in night sky. And I'm painting the outside and on the inside. And while that's drying, I got my redesigned timeless mold with the bows on it. It's so pretty. And I picked a bow that I want to use. And then I also got this little thing with some flowers on it. It's very short, but it's perfect for the sides of my little trinket box. And I'm just making one bow. And then I'm also making four of the little flowers um, that you can't really see here from the side. You'll see when I cast it. You can kind of see once I put the clay in there what it looks like from the top down. There it is. So what I'm working on right now, and once I got the clay there, I'm just gonna um, release them from the mold. And I did prep the mold with some baking soda just to make it easier to release. Although I'm having a little bit hard time with the bow, and I think it's because the strings from the bow that's going down are so delicate, so you have to be really super careful. And I did let it sit for a few hours before I went back, and I may actually let it sit overnight. And maybe in a few hours, I think. Um, and then I'm going to use some wood glue and I'm just putting that on the back of my clay and then I'm adding it to my box. Yeah, I think it was a few hours. I didn't let it sit overnight because it wasn't completely dry. I wanted it to dry a little bit so it's easier for me to work with without messing it up, trying to maneuver it and get it on the little box here. As you can see, it didn't flip down on the side, so, but I do end up adding some masking tape to hold it in place so it doesn't slide down while I work on the top. And I'm also going to go ahead and paint the castings with night sky. And I'm just using a fine tip brush here because I want to make sure I get in to all the crooks and crannies right here. I want a nice good coverage. And I'm going to do that to the top and also to the castings on the sides. And then once that's dry, I'm going to go ahead and go over it with some white wax. And then we're gonna really gonna pull out the nice details of the castings right here. This is my favorite part, watching that come to life. So yeah, I just dipped my little stipple brush in there, and I was trying to get most of it off, which I thought I had, but as you can see, there was still quite a bit on my brush, so it's a little bit too much, but it works out okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe it off. Once I wipe what I could, I start dabbing just to try to get into the crevices right here to get some of that out where it kind of filled up too much. So I'm just dabbing it in there, try to get it all out. So try to be careful not to do it too hard because you don't want to mess up the designs because the clay is not fully dry yet. But that's why I let it sit for a little while so it wasn't super soft. It had started to dry up a little bit, but it was still like bendable so you could still mold it onto the box. But here you can see a little bit of a close up. This one is much better. I do a little light coating here on the bow, and then I just go ahead and wipe and dab back, and it pulls out some of the details. I love this part. I think it's so nice to watch that come to life. And I do the same thing for the castings on the side of my box. Oh, and here I also go in with a fine tip brush here, just a clean one, just to go into the crevices here and get it all out. The one that was kind of filling up. But this is what it looks like. So I think it turned out super cute. As you can see, I kind of went over with the white wax on the entire box just to age it up a little bit to make it look like this. And I just love how it looked out. It's kind of nice and aged. And here I put like a little doily in there and a little bird just to give it a nice little decorative look. Let me know what you think about that. Okay, project number two. I got this little Santa hat and it's a Christmas ornament. And I'm just going to take all the embellishments off and the little hook that was on top. And then I got this really beautiful lace ribbon, which I think I may have gotten from the Dollar Tree, but I'm not 100% sure. But I believe so. And then as you can see, I already put some floral foam into the hat on the inside of the hat. And I just wanted to give it a nice little look around the hat right by the brim part, as you can see right here. We're going to use the hat upside down, if that makes sense. So, yeah, and it's not going to be a hat at all. But I liked um, kind of like the wicker part of it, and I thought it would give it a nice look that you can use all year round. So it's not just a seasonal thing. So here I'm just using a dab of glue to attach my ribbon. And I'm just using it right where it connects because I want to be able to take it off and replace it if I want to. Um, if I did want to make it a seasonal thing later on, but right now I'm loving the way it looks right now, and I'm going to leave it the way it is. And yeah, it's just connected around in the back. I dab of glue and just push it down, just like so. I think that is so pretty. And then, because yes, you can see it has some uh, hot glue stuff on the top, and I think that may have been from when they connected the brim to the top of the hat. I'm not quite sure, but I'm gonna cover that up. I got this wired nautical rope, and I'm just gonna attach that around so it covers that glue that's around the brim of the hat or the opening of the hat, and then you won't even be able to tell. And it actually looked quite nice, so it kind of worked out just fine. And there we go. And then I got these frosted greenery from Dollar Tree. So I'm gonna make it. This you can change out with the season if you want to, the flower pigs. I'm trying to keep it neutral so that way I can leave this up all year round if I want to, or I can change it out. I'm not gluing anything down, but I think these frosted greenery, they're not that frosted that you think it's just for the winter. You can actually leave it up all year long. And here I'm just adding some reindeer moss to the top of the floral foam. And then I'm trying just to push the greenery in there. As you saw, I pulled it off the picks, the stems, but they're kind of a little bit on the rubbery side, so it didn't really stick. So I had to pull the um, what do they call it, the stems back out, and I just cut small pieces of it to stick up at the bottom of the greenery, and then I can easily stick it down into the floral foam. So that's what I'm doing right here, and that works so much better. And you just need a small piece just to stick it in the bottom of the greenery and then into the floral foam. And then I'm just arranging them around to cover the whole thing. But then I still felt like it needed a little bit something else after this. This may actually also look really nice with some lambs here. Oh, you can add some flowers with the different seasons that will look nice too. But the hat itself, you can use all year round, and that was kind of the purpose for that. Here I just decided to use some of these white berries because it's neutral and you can kind of leave them up. It doesn't look Christmassy at all. And here I'm just sticking them in, just kind of arranging it around. Then I'm also kind of fiddling around with the greenery so, you know, so it looks nice when you get it all together in there. And I got 4 picks. I think I put one for each kind of side, so it goes all the way around, kind of equally positioned. Then I'm also gonna start rearranging some of the greenery. You can see some of them are kind of leaning towards the side. So what I figured was you pull them back out of floral foam and turn them around so they're kind of leaning inwards instead of outward. And that actually looks so much better. So you just got to play around with it to kind of figure out what works and what kind of look that you want. So, but I'm pleased with how this turned out. You can let me know what you think about this one as well. But this you can definitely leave out year round. for sure. Okay, for project number 3, I got this wood board that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to cover the holes with some spackling, and I think that's from Walmart. And it's lightweight. I like to use this one. It's nice and soft and so easy to work with. So I'm just going to fill in the holes. As you can see, I got my finger on the back side too, so that way I'm not pressing it straight through from the top. So I'm kind of holding it in place back there until I fill the hole. And then while that's drying, I start painting it with the wavy chalk paint in Mars. And I'm just painting what I can. And then once I let that dry, then I'm going to go in with these 2-inch letters from Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to go ahead and stain them with some antique wax. And then while that's drying, I got these ornaments that I took the cap off at the top. We're not going to need those. And I got some jute twine, and I'm going to cover the top part of it, that little neck part. And I'm going to go around about 4 times, and that's going to cover that part. And I'm just using a tiny dab of glue on the back side. Every time I get to the back, I'll add another little tiny dab of glue just to help hold it in place. And it's not going to come up over the top. And what you see me do to one ornament bulb here, I'll do the same thing to the other one. And then once I've done that, I decided just to do the same thing to the middle part, just to give it a little extra embellishment. And I'm going to go around 4 times as well. And here I'm giving it a tiny dab of glue every time I get to the edge on the other side, just to help hold it in place, and it's not going to go up or down. And it's just enough to give it a little extra look to it, and I liked how that turned out. So as you can see, ornaments are not going to necessarily be for Christmas. It can be used for everyday decor as well. And here I'm going to put it all together, and I have sanded down where the spackling was, and I painted that part too, and the edge of the board as well. And here I'm just going to line it up, and you can see the word is Hygge, which spells hygge in Danish. And here in a second, I'll put up a little quote on the screen to the left where you'll see what that means. And here I'm going to line up the ornaments on each side of the board, and I'm just using a tiny dab of glue on the jute twine to attach it there. And I'm standing up the board because I want to be able to have the bottom of the ornament touch the table, so it's going to be a standing um, decor piece. And now we're going to get the words up right here, and I want to make sure they're straight. So I got my L-shaped ruler, and that's going to help making it straight all the way across. As you can see, hygge is a Danish word that stands for the simple pleasure in life, the coziness, and the company of friends. And this is going to turn out to one of those really cute, adorable, cozy pieces that you would want in your house as a decor piece. And here I'm just adding a couple of tumbling towel blocks to the back just to help give it stability so while it stands up. And then I got some fairy lights, and I'm going to untangle them and then stick them right back into the ornament, as you can see right here. And these are the warm lights, and I do attach it with some hot glue to the back as well and add some greenery. And that's what it looks like. You gotta let me know what you think about this one as well. But I do think it gives such a cozy vibe. So I love this one. I think that's my favorite. All right, the last project for today, project number 4. I got another mold out, and this is from IOD. And I am gonna prep it with some baking soda, and I'm only gonna use the stars that's on here, so the smaller pieces. And this one is not so much an everyday decor piece, but you'll see. I just kind of had to throw this one in here today. So, but I hope you like it. So here I'm just casting all the stars that I have on this mold, and I'm gonna do this times 2 because we need kind of a lot of them. So here I go back in and do another set. And these are small, so these are quick to do. They don't take very long. And then I just take them all out. And I'm going to let them sit just for a little bit, but these do not need to sit very long just because they're so much smaller. And while that's sitting there kind of drying a little bit, I got a piece of cardboard from a box and the backing from a frame, and I traced that out to the cardboard. And I'm just going to cut it. It's a nice, easy square to cut out. And when that's cut out, I got this beautiful napkin that says Happy New Year. And I'm just going to cut out a square from that. So, yeah, it's an appropriate time to add this one into a video because this is going to be my last video for 2025. The next video will be January 1st, 2026. So, yeah, I had to add this one in here. And I just love how this one turned out as well. And here, this is a 3-ply napkin. So I took the 2 back plies off. And I'm using some Mod Podge on my cardboard box piece right here. And I just did a little bit and then add my napkin. So I do this in sections just to add it a little bit and kind of smooth it out with my finger. It doesn't look like it's very gentle, very slow right here, but it is. And when that's dry, I'm going to go ahead and sand the excess off all the way around. And I'm just using my little zip sander here and just very gently in a downward motion go around here to get the excess off. And then when I've done that, I'm going to add it right back into my frame. And you can see this is why I used a cardboard box because I needed to add some thickness so it didn't look all sloppy in the frame right here. So this looks so much nicer because I'm not using the glass part here um, at all. I don't even think it had a glass part when I took it out. I think it was just a leftover piece. So it worked out just fine. And here I'm going to add some of my Type Bond multi-surface glue. And I'm going to add that to my frame. Not all the way around, just kind of I felt like I wanted it to kind of just give it a little extra texture and a little extra um, 3D look to it. And then I'm going in with a dry brush right here that's very fine tip. So if any of the glue kind of seeps out from the bottom, I can clean it up right away before it dries on the frame. And it's not going to leave some residue at all. So just a little bit of glue and add it to the frame. And I do it in order so, they kind of look similar on either side. Not similar, the same. And I went from the bigger store and then I kind of go down in size. And then I also do the same thing on the top, on the ends, and then it kind of goes into the smaller one in the middle. But you could do this any way you want to. This is just kind of how I wanted mine to look. And I'm cleaning up here as I go along as well. So I'm using all the stars except for one. I just wanted one in the middle and the top. I didn't want 2 small ones next to each other. Then I'm going to go in with my metallic paint and I think it's Splendid Gold, yeah. And then I'm going to go ahead and paint the stars. Now this could have been done before I put them on there, which probably would have been easier because I do have to be very careful so I don't paint the frame as well. So, but that's what it looks like. I think it is absolutely adorable for New Year's Eve. So let me know what you think. But I do want to wish you all a happy new year, and I cannot wait to see what 2026 are going to bring us all. So, yeah, a final look. Let's take a look at what we made today. So, I think these are all nice everyday decor pieces. Let me know what you think. And if you made it all the way to the end of the video with me, I can't thank you enough. It really means the world to me that you took the time to watch it all. And I hope you enjoyed it. I got a whole lot more coming up in 2026. I'm so excited for, and I hope to see you then as well. So, with that being said, I'll see you January 1st. Happy New Year.